Hi everyone, Ashling Giza YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my infertility journey. I have not made a video about this for a while, but so this is what's been going on. Me and my husband have still been trying to conceive with no success. We've tried using the pre-seed stuff like I told you guys about in my previous videos. If you haven't seen those, go back and watch my infertility videos. Um, and we also had been keeping up with our doctor's appointments and stuff like that. He had Clomid, I had Clomid. I also tried a round of letrozole and stuff like that. And we had one not successful pregnancy. We had one pregnancy. I was going to say that, but we had one pregnancy and it ended in a miscarriage, unfortunately. And that was last year in February. So it's almost been 2 years. Um, so we have been going to the doctors, and I went to my OB appointment, and they did an ultrasound on my fallopian tubes because I got an ovarian cyst. And that was like my second or third ovarian cyst. I can't remember which one it was, but either way, I had a second or third ovarian cyst, and so they decided to refer me to an OB specialist and have me checked out and see what's going on. So I went there and I got an ultrasound done, and it showed that I had fallopian tubes bilaterally, like bilateral fluid in my fallopian tubes. So with that being said, that meant that I had fluid in both of my fallopian tubes, and both of my fallopian tubes were blocked. But they weren't 100% if they were like both blocked or not. They wanted me to get an HSG done, which an HSG is where you get a procedure done at a hospital or a clinic. You lay down on a table, they clean you up, they do all this stuff, textbook stuff, and then they put this like tool inside your, woman parts down there, and they squirt dye into your woman part, and then it goes into your fallopian tubes and your ovaries and down into your uterus and all that to see how everything's flowing and going. And I got one of those done today, and it was really scary. It was more scary because I have anxiety than the procedure itself. The procedure was not scary. It was just my nerves and my anxiety were making it scary. So it's pretty simple. You just lay down and they squirt dye inside you. They clean you up and talk to you about everything, and that's it. It's done. They take a few x-rays and stuff like that, some pictures. Um so I got that done today, and this is the results that I found out. The reason why it's taking so long for me and my husband to get pregnant is because they found out that I have one fallopian tube that's open and good to go, and the dye went all the way through the fallopian tube and all where it's supposed to go. So that's good news. The bad news is my other fallopian tube is blocked by fluid. So what they did for me to treat the fluid, the doctor decided, the one that did the HSG today, decided to give me an antibiotic. And the antibiotic is called, let me see here so I can try to pronounce it, dioxazine. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But it's 100 milligrams tablet, and I take 2 a day. And they look like this. They are yellow and a brownish color. And like I said, I take 2 of them a day. I already took my 2 today. And the reason why they give you that is to prevent infections, or they give it to you because they think you might have an infection. And so I looked at my results, and that's what it said in the results. It didn't say I had an infection, but it said that the doctor prescribed them to treat hydrosophings. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. But that's just a medical term for fluid in the fallopian tube. So we're gonna see if the antibiotic will work for the fallopian tube that has fluid in it. And if it doesn't, I already talked to my surgeon in North Carolina, and because I was gonna get surgery on my fallopian tube, if it was blocked by scar tissue. But I already talked to him, and he said he does not feel that surgery is necessary right now, because if I had surgery on one of my fallopian tubes that's blocked by fluid, it might damage my other fallopian tube that's still working and in good condition. The only time he would want to do surgery is if both of them had fluid in them, because that would mean they were already not working very well, and so he could repair them. But since I have a working tube, he doesn't find it necessary because I can still get pregnant. And you women out there, you still can get pregnant with one fallopian tube, but it takes a lot more time. So it's right now, what's against us is time. What's against us is that fallopian tube that has fluid in it, and if this antibiotic doesn't work. But the main big thing, and my surgeon even said this, but I have yet to tell my husband this. My surgeon said that the main thing is they're wanting, what we should focus on is my husband getting his sperm count up. And what they have told him to do to get his sperm count up is take men's vitamin. I think they call it either CoQ10 or QCO10. I don't know which way they say it, but they want him to take that. They want him to exercise and try to eat the best that he can, like eat right. And they want him to quit chewing tobacco or smoking tobacco or using alcohol or any drugs, which he doesn't do any of that. The only thing that he does do is he chews tobacco. And I've talked to him about that numerous times, but he is addicted to it, so he will not quit using it. So unfortunately, he uses he tries to use the most minimum dose that he can use. But he isn't working out. He's not really eating the best, and he's not sleeping the best, really. So the odds are kind of against us unless he tries and puts effort into this a little bit harder, which it's hard for him to do because he works kind of a night shift, so it's hard to get sleep when you work at night. It's hard to get sleep when you have children. It's hard to eat good when you don't really have a lot of money, because a lot of the healthy food is expensive. So he kind of feels defeated. He's told me before, like he's told me that he kind of feels like things are really hard and stuff like that. And I understand that part, but at the same time, it's like, there's a way to eat healthy even if you're not really that rich. You can get some avocados and bananas and stuff like that and make a shake. And you can also buy some Ensures and drink those. They have vitamins in it and stuff like that. He can add things to as a diet. But the ball really isn't in my court anymore, because there's nothing I can do, because I went to go see what was going on with my fallopian tubes. They are still working. One just has a little bit of fluid in it. I don't know if that's going to resolve on its own or not yet. I don't know that yet. But we do know that his sperm count and everything like that is not the best. So that is something we do know. So it's kind of a really hard situation. But it's good news at the same time, because today what happened, what we found out, means that our infertility journey isn't over. So, we're going to try to keep conceiving. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to probably refill my last dose of Clomid because I have a dose of Clomid. I might try to refill that later, but I'm not going to try to right now until my husband figures out what he's going to do with his doctor, because he was taking Clomid to up his sperm count and stuff like that, because it's been known that it can do that. Not always, and not for everybody. That's why you always want to talk to your doctor about stuff, because everybody's different. But my husband's doctor gave him a go on that. So he was taking it for 2 months, but when we found out that on an ultrasound it looked like I had blocked tubes, that's when we had to stop our journey and we had to get this HSG done. But now that we have it done, my husband needs to get this appointment going, and he needs to get Clomid prescribed so he can start taking it again. So it's been crazy. Like, this journey has been crazy. But while it's been happening, we've been trying to do things naturally and just let things flow and not like try so hard. And I've been losing weight, even though it doesn't really look like it in the camera. I've been losing weight. I was weighing 171 pounds about 6 months ago, and I'm down to 156 pounds. So I lost like 18 or 17 pounds, something like that. I can't do the math unless I have pen and paper or a calculator, but I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 14 pounds or 14, 15, or 16 pounds, somewhere around there. And that's a lot. So I'm going to just keep trying to eat right. I'm going to work out. I kind of stopped working out for like 3 weeks, like about a month, just because I was like tired and there's a lot of going on at home. But now that everything's kind of like getting a little bit back to normal, I'm gonna start trying to work out. Just not today. Not today. That sounds so terrible. But not today, because I had to get up very early for that procedure to be done, so I'm exhausted. But tomorrow I am going to start working out. So I have a ultrasound appointment to recheck everything in December, and after that ultrasound appointment is done, that's when I'll really find out if this antibiotic worked or not. And if it didn't, then I'll just know that I have one fallopian tube that's not good. But yes, no surgery for me, so that is good, because I do not want to have any more surgeries. I've had quite a bit. I've had my neck surgery done to get my thyroid out due to cancer. I've had my abdomen cut open to get a sure reversal done, like get tubal reversal done. I've had my abdomen open to have a C-section to give birth to my son. And I've had surgeries done like in my cervix area for precancerous cells and stuff like that. So that's called a LEAP surgery. They do it with a laser. So I've had a lot of surgeries, and I didn't really feel like having another one. So I've also had a surgery, which this isn't a surgery where they cut you open or anything, but I've had a surgery done where they go down your throat with a camera and stuff like that to take a look at your esophagus and to stretch your esophagus. So I've been through a lot, and I don't want to go through anything more. And so I was so happy to hear like good news. Like, that was good news for me. Like, my work is done. There's nothing else I need to do. So me and my husband will be doing some more talking about everything. It kind of, getting the HSG kind of sucked, because it was good to get it done, but it sucked financially, because it was estimated $2,000, and they did put a discount on there for us, and it brought it down to $1,400, so $1,400 and something dollars. but we had to pay $705 or $715, something like that, for a down payment before I got the procedure done, or the procedure couldn't be done. So we had to pay out of pocket because they couldn't, that's like considered like not a necessity, which to me is ridiculous. But because my other OB doctor, she wrote it, um, because I was like not, we were having infertility problems, so she wrote it as a problem, an issue, and so my insurance could cover it, when I had an HSG done back in 2019. But this doctor wouldn't do that for me, so we had to pay out of pocket. So we did pay out of pocket, and we have to make payments to my mom, which she helped us with that, thank God. Thank you, Mom, for giving us that money and giving us a chance to have one more baby. And then we have to make small payments and stuff like that to the hospital. So it's not a cheap procedure, you guys. It's very expensive if your insurance can't cover it. So just letting you guys know that in case you're down this infertility journey. So I don't know, but we'll see how this works, how everything goes down, and I won't make another video about this until I find out like more new information about my husband and what his doctor says, and it like when I have that ultrasound in December, unless I end up pregnant before then I'll make a video and I'll let you guys know that I'm pregnant. But if I don't find out that I'm pregnant and we still don't have a baby, I'll just keep letting you guys know like when we have appointments. But other than that, I think I'm done rambling about infertility. It was exciting news, but I'm exhausted tonight, and it's also just been an exhausting journey. So but we're moving along, and the prayers are answered because we've been praying about whether or not we should move forward with this journey or not, or just like kind of throw the towel in, because we're not getting any younger. I'm 38 years old and my husband's 37, so we're not old by any means. And like, we're not old, but we're definitely not young. So it's time to, we have a daughter that's going to be 22 this year in March. So in 2025, she'll be in March of 2025. I got to slow down. She'll be 22. So we're definitely not young by any means. So, but anyways, I hope all you ladies out there that have been trying to have babies, I hope that you guys do have babies. I'm sending baby dust your way. I'm sending positive vibes and prayers your way. And I hope that you guys can conceive. And if you do, drop your due date and your baby gender down below. I would be excited to celebrate with you guys. I have a friend that found out she was pregnant almost 9 months ago, because she's going to be having the baby in just like a month or two or something like that. So she's having a boy. So she found out she's pregnant. So congratulations to her. And then another friend of mine, we don't really talk that much anymore, but another friend of mine had a baby, and she had a baby boy too. So I had two friends that had babies. So, and they're my age, my exact age. They're 38. So I have hope, and I'm still looking forward to it. And I'm not like too down about it, because I mean, I already have children. I have a daughter that's 22. I have a daughter that's 15. I have a son that's 11, and another son that's 4. He will be 4. He's 3. He'll be 4 in October next month. So I mean, I'm grateful for my children up here. So it's not like I don't have any kids. It's just that my husband, he wanted one more. I wanted to have one more with him. He only has one son with me, and the other three aren't his. They're my kids with somebody else. So um, that's why we want another kid, because the other kids are all half brothers and sisters by me. I don't have any kids that have the same mom and dad. So it would be special to him and me, my husband and I, to have two kids that have the exact same blood by the same parents. So it would be intimate and special. That's why I want to do that. Um, not that we'd love them anymore, but it's just, yeah, it would be very special. So, and we want to try to get him, my husband, a daughter, because I have daughters, but my husband doesn't. He just has sons. He has his son. But so yeah, but that's the journey. That's where it's going so far. Not good news, like a little bit of good news, but not really good news and not bad news. It's just neutral. But that's better than like bad, devastating news, like that we can't get pregnant or something went really wrong or that I had cancer down there or some kind of bad disease or situation. It could have been way worse. So we're moving forward. But anyways, I will be on with another life topic.